Tomorrow is the anniversary of the Russian invasion of Ukraine. As the war will enter its third year, Russian forces are making advances, while U.S. aid for Ukraine is stalled in Congress. NBC's Richard Engel reports from Ukraine.
It has been almost exactly 2 years since Russia invaded this country, and these are just some of the thousands of rockets and missiles that Russia has fired at Ukraine and continues to fire at this country, as Ukraine now finds itself in a difficult position with American aid becoming less reliable. The front line is as active as ever. In fact, Russian troops have been able to advance, not because Russian forces are getting stronger. In fact, Russia is having to recruit more and more people from its population, as is Ukraine. They are looking for soldiers in both countries. The real difference is that the American aid is no longer flowing in a way that it used to. At the start of the war, the world, particularly the United States, rallied around Ukraine, moved as quickly as possible to get weapons here. They received a lot of shoulder-fired missiles, a lot of javelins, a lot of anti-tank weapons, things that they could use in an infantry fight, and which they have been using to great effect in order to first drive Russian troops away from Kyiv, preventing a collapse of the country, and then keeping them at bay out here in eastern Ukraine. But now Russia is seeing that the supplies of weapons and cash are drying up. The Ukrainians have more or less exhausted their reserves, so Russia is now pushing its advantage. It still has the advantage of size, more troops, more weapons, and it is using that mass to try and drive Ukrainians back. And Ukrainians, for the first time in 2 years, are finding themselves on their back foot on the front lines out here in the east.
That was NBC's Richard Engel reporting from Ukraine today.